Hey there, Tom here from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your daily market recap December 27th. Like, subscribe and stay tuned for the rest of the video. SPY on the daily closed 0.2 to the upside, barely moved inside day. Always zoom in, zoom out to get a better point of view of price action. Ask yourself why SPY closed the day the way it closed. Intraday, 15 minutes. Since the opening, SPY barely moved. Always sideways move, as you can see. Moved sideways with 475 holding as support. It was resistance. Until came the last 15 minutes of the day. Bulls woke up, pushed price, almost closed at the high of the day. And this what gave us this green, small but green candle. As you can see, the 475 is a very important area of support. Now, this is why I always say, look left. Imagine the trend lines are a road. You have the right lane, you have the left lane. Now, SPY is driving inside this uptrend road on the right lane. Breaking above this trend line, above this dashed green trend line, SPY will move to the left lane, but we are still in an uptrend until proven otherwise. Follow price, use trend lines as your map for future price action. QQQ 0.15 closed the day, and as you can see, 110 from resistance to support. You know all these levels, you know this trend line. We are talking about this trend line in the past few days, more than few days, almost already few weeks or so. This yellow trend line goes way back to September of 2023, shows us that for now, Qs are heading north each and every day. Small gains, small gains, small gains. And as you can see, this is your road for future price action under the Q. Qs are now on the left lane, driving north, breaking below this green trend line. Qs will move to the right lane, but still heading north. Dow Jones 0.3% to the upside. Once again, into this trend line, but this is a good resistance. There is such a thing as a good resistance. You have this resistance that shows us the higher highs, and as long as the Dow is inside this road, what do we have? Traveling north, breaking above it, further north. IWM continues its way above and getting further and further up and above the 200, very tough resistance. This area will need to act as support sometime in the future, but for now, IWM is heading north. Where to next? Take Fibonacci, ask Fibonacci, and Fibonacci will let you know that 208 and then 215 to the upside. Bitcoin, with all the news, with all the noise, still moving sideways. This double top scenario is still in play. When it will get negated, only a weekly close above the 44,500, 45K, and then we will see 47 and 50 to the upside. Ethereum, relative strength to the Bitcoin, trying to break above the 2400, trying to negate this double top scenario. And what do you see on Ethereum? Same thing. Candlesticks, aka price action, right? Everything, whether it's cryptos, forex, futures, stocks, ETFs, it's all candlestick analysis, trend lines. As you can see, Ethereum rode on the right lane of this road, right? Now trying to break up above and moving to the left side, to the left lane of this uptrend channel. It all comes down to Fibonacci, trend lines, candlestick analysis. By the way, if you join our Discord premium members, premium room, you can clearly see that 2 hours, as you can see, 2 hours, less than 2 hours before the end of the day, we had this broad information on multi-time frames. We are trading on multi-time frames. We saw that bounce, and that bounce gave us this candle. We also have exclusive request, which is also an exclusive room for swing trading on daily charts, weekly charts. Basically, we are trading everything on multi-time frames, whether day trading, whether swing trading. Join us and you will become a better trader. And of course, you are more than welcome to check the testimonials over here, testimonials channel, so you can read what traders from all around the world have to say about the Fibonacci program, the one-on-one live mentorship program, or the pre-recorded. Basically, both programs are the same. One is one-on-one live with me. The other one is exactly the same but pre-recorded. Both programs will gain you lifetime access for support, guidance, all Discord channels, lifetime access for support and guidance from me. No one else. Almost 24/6. One day off I take. I will be committed to you 200%. If you are committed to the process, if you are committed to become a successful, profitable trader, I will be committed to you. This is my promise to you. I will do everything in my power to turn you into a profitable, consistent, profitable trader. So check the links in the description below, or feel free to join our Discord, contact me on Discord, and we will start your journey to financial freedom together. Gold, after a few days of sideways move, now breaking up above this 2070, going to feel all this tail. When you see this kind of tail, very large tail, whether it's to the upside, whether it's to the downside, most likely, most probability, this tail will get filled with future price action. Now, as you can see, continuation above the 2080. We are heading towards the 2110 and then 2150. And if you take trend lines, you can clearly see, together with trend lines, from the right lane into the left lane, heading north. Crude oil. Let's clean the chart. No need it. You know these trend lines, you know these red zones. No need to clean the chart. We drew them. We drew those trend lines, those red zones few weeks back, and still crude oil trying but failing. Let's see continuation above the 75.50. Then with high probability 80 will be next, breaking below the 73, and we will head south back to the 69 and then towards the 63. KRE, not much of a movement. Let's clean the chart a little bit. Take your trend lines, and as you do, before you go on a road trip, know your road. This is your road for KRE. From the right lane to the left lane, back to the right lane. Now trying to move back to the left lane, but we are heading north on KRE. You can also take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, 52 as the support, breaking above, moving into the left lane, above the 54.40, we are heading towards the 57.40. SOXX continuing up, very tough, but it's a road towards the 660. Can we get the same price action magnitude? Can we get it over here from 500 to the 570. Can we get from 570 towards the 660? As long as SOXX is above the 570, we are good to go. Long and up north. You can take Fibonacci. Next resistance is the 592, 593, above it 620, and then 650 and 660. Breaking below the 570, we have the 557, 545. Below 545, you have a gap to the downside, and as you know, more than 85-90% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. So always prepare for both sides. But for now, SOXX wants north. Apple, you know this yellow trend line. This yellow trend line, since July, tough resistance, broke to the upside, got retested the support, went up, new all-time highs, went back down. Now doji off a trend line, once again retesting this trend line as support. Doji, last time we had a doji of this trend line, it was over here. Can we get the same price action as we got over here? Can we get it over here? All we need to do is a weekly close above 195, and then we will see 200 back to the upside. Breaking below this yellow trend line, 190 is the next major support. As you can see, all this area support from November 16th all the way to December 4th. 2 weeks of support. So below this area, 190 on Apple needs to hold. Breaking below the 190, we have the 186, and then 180 and 173 to the downside. Meta continue its way to the upside. You know these purple zones. We are now on the left lane of this uptrend channel. Road to the north. Grinding up. Doji after doji. Doji after doji. Grinding up. Major move is incoming on Meta. All we need to do is prepare for both sides. How do we do it? We take Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high. 350 is the support. Below it, we are heading back to the right lane to 341, 340. If Meta will break above this purple zone, we will see 372 and 390 to the upside. Amazon, not much of a movement. As you can see, nothing much. Doji after doji. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more days. And then we will see a movement. Next Tuesday, prepare for a major move on Amazon. Whether to the upside, breaking above this channel towards the 160 and 164, or breaking below the 152, back to this yellow trend line next Tuesday. Until then, I'm not sure we will see any kind of movement. Google, 0.8% to the downside. All this area, still very tough resistance. It's an area, it's never an accurate price. It's always an area. Let's mark it in red so we know that this area is a very tough resistance. Google might get this gap filled before New Year. 2.3% to the downside. 2 more trading days for 2023. Will we get this gap? The gap is from here. If we a little bit more accurate, let's do it from here. Now let's see. 2%. So 2 days, 2%. Let's see where Google is heading. And you also have this road, right? Now Google is on the right lane, breaking below. We are heading is in the left lane, sorry. Breaking below, we are heading to the right lane, closing this gap, maybe some kind of a bounce, same as did here, same as did here, bounce, and then next leg up, but one candle at a time. Don't predict. We are not here to predict the future. We are here to follow price, use trend lines, Fibonacci, to let us know where price might be heading next with the highest probability. Believe me or don't, do your own due diligence, go over all these technical indicators and all this strategy based on these indicators, same as I did in my first 2 years on my trading journey. I went through more than 70 or 80% of all these technical indicators and all the strategies that comes with those indicators. And what did I found? That all of them are just lagging behind price. So if they're all lagging, I will teach myself how to become my own indicator. And these are my tools: gaps, trend lines, and Fibonacci. And if you want to learn how to predict future price action with the highest probability, always ask yourself, look at Netflix, for example. Netflix is moving sideways above the 488.40, below this trend line, below the 500. Ask yourself, what if? What if price of Netflix will break below the 488? We have this red line, the 480, the 479 area, all this area is the next support. What if Netflix will break below this support area? You have this gap. This gap at the 473 will get filled. Now ask yourself, because we are never biased for one side, ask yourself, what if price of Netflix will break above this area, above the red line, above the 500? You have 507 gap and then 516. Check the links in the description below. Talk to me, commit to the process, and I will teach you everything that I know and all the tools that I work with, how I look at charts, how I prepare for day trading, how I prepare for swing trading, how I trade cryptos, how I trade futures, how I trade anything that you want. I will teach you how to trade, not only on how to look at charts. I can teach you how to look at charts in 1 hour. The difficulty is how to trade what we see. But I will be there for you lifetime until you will tell yourself, hey, I can do it by myself. I don't need anyone, not even Tamir. You will be able to do it by yourself only if you're committed to the process. And once again, if you are committed to the process and you come to me, I will be 200% committed to your success, to your financial freedom. And by the way, you can still be a professional swing trader and keep your daily job, your 9-to-5 job, 8-to-6 job. Doesn't matter how long you're working, your daily job. You can be both professional trader and your normal job. 2 sources of income. The more sources of income you have, the better, the closer you get to financial freedom. Nvidia, as you can see inside this triangle, price action of Nvidia is getting tighter and tighter. If we will break above this triangle, above the 505, we are heading towards the 540. Below this triangle, we are heading 550. Below 550, we have a double top scenario heading towards the 424 gap. Microsoft moving sideways, 365 support, 377 resistance. Ask yourself, what if Microsoft will break above the 377, where Microsoft might be heading next? First, we have the 383, 384 area as resistance. Above it, we will meet this trend line to the upside. Where? Don't guess. Ask Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high, 383, 400, and then 422. Shopify 0.2%. Still kind of a sideways move. Let's clean the chart a little bit. Let's do it all over. First, you have this road, right? Look at this. Now, where Shopify is? On the right lane of the uptrend channel. Breaking above this green dotted line, we are heading to the left lane of the uptrend channel. You have Fibonacci. You can take also Fibonacci from here. Above 80, this trend line will be the next resistance. 85, and then all the way to 100, because price doesn't go straight up. It goes like this, right? And then you have it. Something like this. But this is prediction. We are not here to predict price. We are here to understand with the highest probability where price might be heading next. Also prepare for the downside. If Shopify will change course, break below this uptrend channel, you have all the levels. To the downside, you have this gap that needs to get filled. Sometimes in the future, more than 85-90% chance it will get filled. Tesla 1.9% to the upside, but look at this. Magic. No, it's trend lines. Once again, this yellow trend line, high of the day, got rejected by this trend line. You know this trend line, and if you don't know, go back and watch previous videos, live, or the stock market recap videos. In the past few weeks or so, we have a broadening formation. Over here, if Tesla will break below the 250, we are heading back to this red line. Broadening formation is the only formation where price moves in. If you don't know what broadening formation is, if you want to know about Fibonacci and how to manage your risk, check the Fibonacci Academy playlist. 27 videos on how to become a better trader, technical side, mental side, risk management. All the basics are free. Start there, and then let's take care of your financial freedom together. Contact me on Discord, on Twitter, and I will give you all the information that you want and all the information that you need about me and about the one-on-one live mentorship program. Start your 2024 journey on the right side, on the profitable side. AMD holding inside the left lane, right? Left lane is the fastest lane on the road. AMD inside the left lane, heading north, 151 and then 163. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Don't forget, 8:30 Eastern Time, we are going live, pre-market kickoff. Until then, stay safe.